Hi, Mike Robbio here again, now to give my 2 cents on gay marriage. Today is the day. The United States Supreme Court began hearing arguments on Hollingsworth v. Perry and United States v. Windsor, known to most Americans as Proposition 8 and the Defense of Marriage Act. In 1996, the Defense of Marriage Act was passed in response to the possibility of the state of Hawaii allowing same-sex marriages. The act, signed by President Clinton and enacted by the Gingrich House, defines marriage under federal law as one man and one woman. In May 2008, the California Supreme Court decided that refusing same-sex couples the right to marry violated the California Constitution. In response to this, then-Governor Schwarzenegger put the issue on referendum for California voters, and in November of the same year, they overturned the court decision. As a gay American, it's very interesting to see the current societal attitude towards homosexuality and gay marriage. When we look back, we see that in our grandparents' generation, even some of our parents' generation, as we look back to the civil rights movement, and that the idea of black people voting or so much as using a public facility or being accommodated publicly was something frowned upon. What really changed wasn't our parents' attitudes, it was the children, us, and that we were the stewards of change that said that we're all human beings and we all deserve equal rights. Now you see the same thing, is that our parents will either be for or against gay marriage or homosexuality in general, but we've once again become the stewards of change in the current civil rights issue of our era. What we see now is, once again, our generation is taking the advice of Dr. King, and we're seeing the unjust laws and current policies that are in place that discriminate against same-sex couples and homosexual individuals. The Supreme Court has just finished hearing Proposition 8 today, and they will now hear the review of the Defense of Marriage Act tomorrow. Come June, we will finally have an answer on what the Supreme Court has to say in regards to same-sex marriage. What's more interesting to me is that our generation has come to the conclusion that anyone, regardless of gender, race, religion, and now sexual orientation, is that we are all Americans and we all have rights. And once again, the youth generation has become the stewards of change.